just soak up the moment and be grateful for the day.
Bond.
Good morning. So today we went for a little walk. Only halfway down the path that we usually go on because the cat started following us again, which makes me just that much more determined to make our walkway. Like the whole way back I was just like, I just want to go for like a regular walk and not have to worry about the cats following us. So then I'm actually, I should say, first of all, I'm sorry for missing you guys this past week. I did hurt myself pretty bad and pulled something out in my lower back from improperly lifting a tree. Make sure you lift with your legs, not your back. I don't know what I was thinking and why I did it improperly, but yeah, super disappointing. It's still in a lot of pain, but I thought that I would just get a walk in and try to move my body a little bit. And when we got back, we started putting these rings around our trees because we have a bit of a deer problem. We actually found out that deer, when the male deer, they'll like rub their antlers on trees, and we heard about it a week before it happened to our tree. So very sadly, one of our cherry trees was pretty ripped up from them. So we ended up biting the bullet and spending the money on some steel wire, and we're just out here putting it around our trees. Let me show you what that tree looks like. So this is the cherry, and you can see this line where they just completely destroyed it. So yeah, so we bought some mesh, some wire mesh, and some stakes to put them in the ground, and that's just what we're doing out here right now. We're walking around, and I don't know, we'll just see where the day takes us. I'm sure we're gonna work a whole bunch out here. Like I said, I'm feeling more determined than ever to start getting this walkway going, not only to get trees in the ground, but also so that we can like really go for a walk on our property and not have to worry about those cats. So I'm just gonna take you along for the day and we'll see where it goes. So this is the wire mesh that we bought that we're putting around the trees. Now, the deer may be able to get to some of these leaves. Hopefully not, but we're kind of mostly just trying to protect the trunk at this point. And we have these stakes that Brian interwove in between the mesh, and instead of using tie wire, he just looped these around all the way down to keep it together, and it feels nice and sturdy now. Hopefully making for a very happy tree. So he left them long on the edges so that he can loop them around. We also have these crepe myrtles going berserk out here. Some of them have stopped blooming, but the ones that are, gosh darn, are just so pretty. The lighting isn't great right now, but so cute. Look at that light pink. So pretty. Well, bad news bears. I cannot find the tripod mount that connects to my camera, so it might be really hard to take B-roll footage of what we're doing, but I'm going to try my best with what I currently have at my disposal. We do live in a tiny house, so it's surprising that I can't find it, but yeah, sometimes things get lost. How's it going, mister?
Pretty good, pretty good.
good news. I was able to find the camera mount hookup thingy, but first I'm gonna make myself some water and then go back out there. And Brian's pretty close to being done with the wire mesh things, I think. So once he's finished, we're gonna chat about the area of the walkway that I've already done and see what else needs to be done over there. And I'm probably gonna do some more tractor work. So let's get that water. It is currently 8:57. We woke up this morning. I woke up at like, gosh, what time did I wake up? It was like 2 something. I think I woke up and used the restroom, and then I just could not fall back to sleep, and I was tossing and turning, and so was Brian. And so around 3 we decided to get up. I think it was like 3:50 when we finally decided that we're like over it. We're gonna go ahead and wake up. And so we have been up since like 2:30 this morning. And I ended up having 3 cups of coffee. Not like regular coffee. I had 1 cup of regular and then 2 cups of decaf. And my second cup of decaf was kind of because Brian was hungry early in the morning and I wanted to continue my fast. But my stomach started growling, and the more that I smelled his food, the more that it was growling, and I'm like, oh gosh, I think that I need something to continue my fast. So I ended up having my coffee with a teaspoon of collagen powder. It's like a chocolate, I've showed it on my channel before. It's this Vital Proteins collagen peptides in the chocolate flavor. I got it from Costco. And I did a teaspoon of MCT oil. I haven't been doing it, since we went carnivore, I haven't been doing MCT oil at all, but I figured I needed something to stave off that fast. So yeah, ended up having a 3rd cup of coffee, which technically isn't carnivore either, but oh well. I would say that I'm like 80 to 90% carnivore at this point. There were a few times that we've kind of gone off, like 1 day out of the week. For the most part, I've stuck pretty on. Brian did buy some vegetables at the grocery store the other day. I think like he bought asparagus, an eggplant, and something else, which when he made the asparagus this week, I decided not to have, again, because I'm trying to continue to be carnivore. Anyways, this is a little off topic of the day, but anyways, last week, I think I went off a couple times. The week before, I went off a couple times, but it was only like maybe 1 or 2 days out of the week, and I think legitimately only 1 day out of the week. So I feel pretty darn good about that. Like I said before, I am starting to notice what makes me not feel good in the morning, like what makes me bloated in the morning. And a lot of times that is adding sriracha to mayonnaise, which is really sad because I really like that flavor. Yeah, so I think we're just trying to like experiment with making food still be interesting while being mainly carnivore. So we're playing around with it, seeing how it goes. I'm gonna take this water outside and take you with me, since now I can set you up on the tripod and talk to you about what we're doing for the day. decided to take some time to sit out and just enjoy our view. I laid out a little like picnic blanket and sat outside with Dallas, and he was super cute. Like, he wanted to lay on the blanket with me the whole time. So I got to snuggle with him a little bit and enjoy the view and kind of just soak up the moment and be grateful for the day. I feel like this is such an important part of keeping a healthy mindset, especially when you're not feeling great and in a lot of pain. It's easy to get bogged down by that and like mentally dragged down. And so I just felt like I needed to take a moment to be grateful. And now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna show Brian the area that I worked on this past week over here and see what he thinks, see what I should do. We have a couple trees that really need to get in the ground, so the area needs to be properly prepared for them to go in. Picked out where we're gonna put those trees, so I have quite a bit of moving of stuff that still needs to happen out here with the tractor, so I'm just gonna get to it.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends, stayed in bed till Wednesday, fell in love with you right there and then. I was young, couldn't see that.
So a couple of things are happening. A lot of the brush isn't coming up when I'm scooping, so I need to go get some gloves so I can put it in the bucket for the pieces that aren't coming up. And then I also want to make myself some electrolyte water, and lately I've been putting half a lemon squeezed into it. Oh my gosh, so tasty. And the flavor that we have for our electrolyte mix is a peach mango, so it's super summertimey. Even though the summer's ending, it's just, today's pretty toasty out there, so it's just really nice. Oops. And the other thing is, I think that you probably need a new battery, so I'm gonna make myself an electrolyte drink, get another battery in here, go grab the gloves, set you back up.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends, stayed in bed till
electrolyte drink, check. Sunglasses. I realized that the dust was hitting my eyes really hard with the direction of the wind. So I put these on. I have a new battery in the camera, and now I'm just gonna go grab some gloves and get back to work. That's weird. I don't know what happened to the camera. Dang, these weeds are being super tough today. Like every day that I've been out here, they scoop up pretty easy, but today they're just like not going in my bucket. So I have a feeling I'm gonna be moving a lot more than I had anticipated today, and just getting on and off of the tractor like literally every time I do a scoop. It's gonna be a lot of work.
Hope she really loves you, 'cause I swear you deserve everything. Wish that I knew that sooner. We got sober, it was over, but I told you I'll do it all over again. At your place over spring break, a heartache, I do it all over again. Do it all over again.
Planting the second tree, and I'm gonna go get a jug of water, but I'll set you up so you can watch him do his thing. Brian's gonna go grab the third tree, and I'm gonna clear the spot for it right over here. I just cleared the spot for where the third tree is gonna go, and I am super thirsty, so I'm gonna go inside, get more water. I'm pretty sure this whole thing is filled with dirt, so I'm gonna have to clean it before. I'm not even sure that I want to drink anything more out of it until I look inside, because the wind is blowing pretty hard, which you probably hear, and it's probably annoying, and it's blowing dust in my face so hard. So I'm gonna drink some water and see if I'm hungry, and if I am, then I'm gonna eat something. I'm feeling a little bit hungry, but I'm not sure if it's just thirst or if it's like I'm actually hungry. So let's see. It's always a good idea to drink a little bit of water and let it sink in for a second and decide. You know, sometimes you're just like, yeah, I'm freaking hungry, like give me the food. Sometimes you just need a little water. Right now I can tell that my lips are parched from being outside for so long, and I definitely need water for sure, but I may also need food. So we just finished eating. We had hamburgers that are pre-made with, what is it, a quarter regular hamburger?
No, it's like 3/4 hamburger and like an 1/8 heart and an 1/8 liver, something like that.
Yeah, so we just found that online. I can't remember who through, but I'll link it below if who is it through?
U.S. Wellness Meats.
U.S. Wellness Meats. Super good. Like the best hamburgers we have ever had. With some cheese on top. Get out of here. With some cheese on top, and Brian put a couple jalapenos on there, which I decided to go with. It was really tasty. And then some mayonnaise, some homemade mayonnaise, so that we know all the ingredients that are going inside of it. And we sat and watched a rerun of Parks and Rec for a while, just one episode, and we're gonna get back out there and we're gonna plant one tree and we're gonna talk about where to plant a second tree. My back is really like in a lot of pain, but it feels good to be moving around, walking around. That's probably gonna be the most of what today is like just doing pretty easy movements. We do have a lot to get done around the property before we go to Brian's parents' house. We're leaving this Friday. And we just have a lot to get done before we go. So we are trying to work our hardest to get that stuff done before leaving. All right, let's go.
Jane Bond.
Alright, I'm not of a whole lot of help, so I'm gonna go fill up the water pitcher while Brian, well, actually no. I'm gonna fill this up so that hopefully it makes the ground easier to work with so that he can use that, so peace. Get. Oh, kitty cat. decided that he is ready for a break. I don't blame him. I feel pretty pooped. We've been up since, like I said, 4. Well, out of bed since.
Oh, out of bed since
4, but awake since like 2:30 or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna take a break. I am coated in dirt. If we're gonna go back out there, I'm not gonna clean up yet, but it's like in every pore. Probably even under my shirt. I'm just saying, like, so much dirt. So we're gonna relax for a while and we'll see you later. So it is 5:17 and we're starting to make a dinner. And I kept looking in the fridge at what we have. We don't have a whole lot, but I kept feeling like, gosh, curry sounds so delicious. So it's not totally gonna be carnivore. However, we have heard from the doctor, Paul Saladino, that rice is a better option to have. It has less toxins than a lot of other vegetables and starchy things. So we are going to have that as well in our curry. We're going to use coconut cream, pork, and curry spices. Anything else you think?
Probably a little bit of that bell pepper.
And a little bit of bell pepper. It's gonna be amazing. I just like, my mouth is watering just thinking about it. So we're gonna start cooking. Can of coconut cream. Are you gonna put water in there to cut it down? This is about 1/3 of a bell pepper. Juice of lime. So we're putting it on pressure cooker for 20 minutes on high.